I'm Mindy Ferguson with Fruitful Word Ministries. Have you ever endured a time in your life when your future seemed full of uncertainty? That's how the Israelites were feeling after 3 days in the desert of Shur. Now, God had just miraculously delivered his people. They were being pursued by the Egyptians, and God parted the Red Sea, and he allowed his people to walk through it on dry ground with a wall of water on the right and a wall of water on the left. It was an amazing display of God's glory and his power. Yet, Exodus 15:22 through 24 says, Then Moses led Israel from the Red Sea, and they went into the desert of Shur. For 3 days they traveled in the desert without finding water. When they came to Marah, they could not drink its water because it was bitter. So the people grumbled against Moses, saying, What are we to drink? God had just miraculously delivered his people. They had seen his active presence, his glory working among them with their very own eyes. And yet, 3 days later, they were grumbling, and they feared that God would not meet their very basic need for water. Their future seemed unsure in the rugged wilderness of the desert of Shur. You know, when we are uncomfortable or facing uncertainty, it doesn't take us very long to grumble. And even though God has provided for us for years, when we are facing a trial or uncertainty, we can begin to wonder if he will provide for us in the future. Verse 25 tells us that God tested his people in the desert of Shur. God allows desert of Shur experiences to test us. And we can rest assured he knows exactly how long we can endure those desert tests. God knew his people needed water. So when Moses turned to God, instead of grumbling along with the Israelites, God told Moses to throw a piece of wood into the water. And when he did, those bitter waters turned sweet and drinkable. I don't know what uncertainties you face right now, but what I do know is that if you will cry out to our God, he will bring sweetness to your bitter circumstances. He will bring the assurance of his presence to your desert of Shur.